KSAT 12. Good Morning San Antonio starts right
happened here today was an absolute travesty.
They set the objective and then filled in behind it.
We're going to take a look at everything that happened yesterday with Ken Paxton's impeachment trial. Plus, Governor Greg Abbott speaking out.
A man is dead after getting in a fight with police. We'll tell you what he was doing that led up to this moment.
And some good news for people who are called to jury duty. They can get a pay raise while you're serving in court.
Y'all, it feels so nice outside.
Lovely,
71
y'all.
degrees.
Early morning, y'all.
Or lots of more early morning, y'all. 71 degrees. It feels nice. Will these coolish feeling temps stick around? Sarah Spivey will let us know in just a bit.
All right, good morning. It is 6 o'clock. It is Sunday. It is September 17th. Thank you so much for starting your Sunday with us.
Good morning.
You said it best. Feels fantastic outside.
Feels great.
We talked about the possibility of rain yesterday. Did you see any?
No, didn't get any rain. And I was over at Sarah's house yesterday afternoon on the far north side. Didn't get any rain either.
Another invite lost in the mail.
The rain was just east of San Antonio.
Ignore that. Continue. Just east of San Antonio.
You wouldn't have come, Max.
Continue. Just east of San Antonio.
Rain
it's
was
fine.
just east of San Antonio. Another time, Max. You can
Yeah.
come over.
Oh, yeah.
Let's take a look at temperatures out there right now because it feels great outside. It is 64 in Bernie, 64 in Bandera, 70 in New Braunfels, 69 in Commerce, 72 at Stinson, and 68 in Hondo. Nice to see those temperatures in the 60s for many of us this morning. In fact, it's our coolest morning since June 7th. So impressive to see temperatures that low. We are going to warm up, though, quickly today. By noon, it'll be 87 degrees, 93 for the high, north winds at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Here's what we're going to talk about in the forecast. Low humidity today, so it's going to be warm but comfortable through at least Tuesday. As we look ahead, though, we expect a dry and warm week. No major rainmakers in the forecast, unfortunately. So let's start getting excited about the solar eclipse. We're going to be counting down to the annular solar eclipse. I'll tell you what the heck is an annular solar eclipse and what will it look like up in the sky. Those details ahead for you in just a few minutes. Sarah.
Sarah, thank you. One man is dead after getting into a fight with a San Antonio police officer. This happened a little after 9 last night on Roosevelt Avenue at the restaurant Nicha's Comida Mexicana. So SAPD Chief William McManus says the suspect tried to rob the restaurant with a knife. That's when several employees chased the suspect out of the restaurant and an officer started having an altercation with the man, and that officer then shot and killed him.
Madera County deputies waiting for a man to recover in the hospital so they can arrest him on a murder warrant. So this suspect taken into custody after a situation unfolded last night a little before 9 o'clock. This happened at a Walmart right off Bandera and Tezel Road. SAPD tells us the suspect went into the Walmart and that's when the shooting began.
Gunshots. There were shots fired. Came back outside and I counted at least 20 cop cars.
All right, so that's when police were able to shoot the suspect in the shoulder. They followed him into the Walmart, and honestly, the suspect is now in stable condition. Luckily, because of the shooting in the Walmart, we are lucky no one else was injured.
After months of high-profile build-up and a 2-week trial, Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton has been acquitted. Only 2 Republicans had voted to impeach Paxton. After the acquittal, the state Senate voted to dismiss 4 other articles of impeachment that were brought up by the House, but not considered during the trial. So despite yesterday's ruling, Paxton still faces felony security fraud charges in a separate FBI investigation. State Republicans and Democrats voiced their frustrations with the trial after it ended.
Millions of dollars were wasted because the House was on a mission without considering what it was going to take to get there. They set the objective and then filled in behind it.
Republicans of conscience need to have a real deliberation with themselves and understand what's truly happening within their own party, because what happened here today was an absolute travesty, an absolute abrogation of the truth, of justice.
All right, and Governor Greg Abbott really remained relatively quiet during the course of the impeachment process, but he ended up releasing a statement just a few hours after the final votes came in. So he said, quote, "The jury has spoken. Attorney General Ken Paxton received a fair trial as required by the Texas Constitution. I look forward to continuing to work with him to secure our borders and protect Texas from federal overreach."
Prosecutors in former President Trump's federal election interference case want to further limit what he can say in an effort to keep him from trying to intimidate witnesses. In a recent request made public this week, special counsel Jack Smith and his team accused Trump of repeatedly attacking citizens, potential jurors, prosecutors, and prospective witnesses. So prosecutors say the order is needed to protect the integrity of the trial, but say they do not want to block Trump from being able to reference or quote the court record or proclaim his innocence. So Trump angrily responded on social media, questioning Jack Smith's reasoning and calling him, quote, deranged. The trial is set to start in March.
And speaking of the courts, defendants in the Alex Jones Sandy Hook case say they still have not been paid. Remember last year when we told you about it when it happened, Jones was ordered to pay $1.5 billion to the victims' families in that elementary school shooting. Now, the case was over comments he made saying that the mass shooting was staged. New documents show that he spent more than $93,000 in July on things like housekeeping, food, entertainment, even payments to his wife. Still, defendants have not been paid. Now, earlier this week, he told his InfoWars audience that if they didn't donate $1 million, he would have to stop producing the show.
And speaking of InfoWars, the host has learned his fate for his involvement in the January 6th attack on the U.S. Capitol. Owen Schroyer was sentenced this week to 60 days in prison. The judge said Schroyer played a role in amping up crowds. Court documents say Schroyer had a megaphone with him and led chants among the rioters. He pleaded guilty to one misdemeanor count of entering and remaining in a restricted building or grounds.
All right, we're talking about courts a lot, and we want to tell you about one big change coming up for Bexar County jurors. That is a pay raise plus a change in exemption for seniors. So if you're summoned, well, you'll now receive a postcard instead of a letter. So make sure to be thorough when you're checking your mail. Bexar County said it's because of costs, but they say what they save in letters, they're actually able to offer more money for when you do serve on the jury. Jurors will get $20 instead of $6 for the first day, then $58 for each day afterwards. Also, the minimum age exemption for seniors was raised from 70 to 75 years old. All right, well, we are entering day 3 of the United Auto Workers Union strike against the big 3 United States auto company, and there is a sign of progress through the morning.
ABC's Allison Kosick brings us to the front lines where workers are saying they won't leave until they get what they want.
Workers standing outside a Ford assembly plant in Wayne, Michigan Saturday morning holding signs, part of the United Auto Workers Union strike against all 3 big U.S. automakers. A similar scene about 50 miles away outside a Stellantis plant in Toledo, Ohio. Nearly 13,000 UAW members walked off the job Friday, a targeted strike against those plants in Ohio, Michigan, and a third in Missouri.
We've been taking a lot of concessions the last several contracts, and especially since the 2009 bankruptcy. We gave up holidays. We had to give up the cost of living allowance.
The union wants to bring back pension plans, better retiree health care, cost of living adjustments, and a 40% pay increase over the next 4 years. Stellantis, the owner of Chrysler, saying they've offered a nearly 21% increase in hourly wages. That's roughly in line with what's on the table from Ford and General Motors. Before the strike, Ford CEO Jim Farley calling their offer unprecedented.
And this offer is a great offer, and we want to get feedback on it to make it even better for them.
Negotiations resumed this weekend. A UAW source telling ABC News the conversations with Ford were reasonably productive.
They have to compensate us for what we do just as much as they get compensated for what they do.
Allison Kosick, ABC News, New York.
Well, KSAT Community is partnering with the San Antonio Food Bank to help squash hunger during Hunger Action Month, which is every September. So join us for a KSAT Community Town Hall this upcoming Friday on September 22nd, where we'll be speaking with leaders from the food bank and learn how you can give back. We will be live streaming this town hall on KSAT.com from 2:30 to 3:30.
All right, time now just about 6:10, 71 degrees.
Bears are returning.
And not the Chicago Bears, they're still trash.
The Bears are returning around the Texas Hill Country. Texas Parks and Wildlife tells us why. I love this.
Up next. Look at that. All right, maybe it's because they're hot out there, although it's not hot out there. Only 71 degrees. It feels nice, too. Humidity's not too high.
It does feel way different this morning walking outside than it was yesterday. But what does it mean later? Sarah Spivey will explain when we come back.
All right. Welcome back. So while you enjoy this video of the bear taking a swim in the lake near Del Rio, we have some interesting news from Texas Parks and Wildlife.
Yeah, the sighting is said to be a good indication that bears are coming back to their former historic range. The agency says black bears are native to Texas, but hunting has taken out almost all of them.
So and Sarah Spivey actually told us this in the break, it's because the drought in Mexico has been so bad, they're coming on back over here. Not clear if bears have been spotted here in San Antonio, but one was seen in Uvalde.
Wow.
Now, Texas Parks and Wildlife say, call them if you see one, be smart. Don't go in the lake with them. Don't go try to swim with them.
Don't try to take pictures of them either.
Oh my goodness, the amount of people that we've seen try to take pictures with wildlife.
At Lake Tahoe,
yeah,
did you see that video?
Does not end well. So be smart. Take pictures from afar. Don't go near them.
Remember, they were here first. And we're just kind of invading their territory. But, Sarah, I went to Big Bend a couple years ago, and so black bears are very, they're there. And so Big Bend,
just those mountains.
Right, and so Big Bend is not too far from places like Eagle Pass and Del Rio.
Right.
And so it's easy for the bears just to migrate. It makes sense for them to be seen in those areas.
Yeah,
Uvalde.
That's right. They're looking for some food, and you know what? I'd like to not be them. Okay. All right. Hey, so I just want to bring our attention to the fact that, guys, we are 27 days away from the annular solar eclipse. Here's what an annular solar eclipse looks like.
Whoa.
Okay. So we're 27 days away from the path of the annular solar eclipse moving through San Antonio and south central Texas. An annular solar eclipse is when the moon moves in front of the sun but appears smaller than the sun in the sky. And so what you end up having is a ring of fire in the sky. That's what it'll look like out there. So impressive. Here's where the path is going to be. This is going to be Saturday, October 14th. The path is going to move through Midland, Odessa, and make it to the hill country around 11:50 in the morning. It'll make it through areas like Kerrville, Bandera, Utopia, Uvalde, Hondo, Junction, Rock Springs, then through San Antonio. Seguin and New Braunfels are going to be right on the edge of the path, but it'll move through San Antonio, Devine, Pearsall, Cotulla, eventually into Floresville, Beeville, and eventually into Corpus Christi and the Gulf of Mexico. Right now on KSAT.com, all you have to search is KSAT Eclipse. You'll find an article that I've written about the exact times that the eclipse is going to be happening in your neighborhood. So go check that out. Right now outside, it feels amazing out there. It's 70 degrees, mostly clear at the moment. Humidity's a little bit on the higher side, but it has been a long time since we've seen the temperatures fall to 70 degrees in San Antonio. In fact, this is the first morning that temperature is at 70 since June 7th. Over 100 days ago. All right, take a look at temperatures this morning. Rock Springs, 66 degrees, 68 in Hondo, 68 in Uvalde, still 74 in Del Rio, 70 in New Braunfels, 68 in Kerrville. A little bit of a closer view here. You can see the higher elevation, 68 in Rio Medina, 69 in Helotes, 66 in Bulverde this morning, 63 in Comfort, and it's 68 at Rio Medina. All right, take a look at the temperatures in your KSAT 12-hour forecast. Quickly warming, though, today. We're going to be at 79 by 10. 87 by noon, so warm already by the lunch hour. And then in the afternoon, we'll be right at 93 for the high, which is a little warmer than seasonably average, but not too bad considering all the triple digits we've been dealing with. Also wanted to note that even though it's a little humid out there right now, this afternoon it's going to be pleasant with low humidity. So find some shade this afternoon. It really won't be all that bad outside with a high right near 93. It's going to be 86 though in Rock Springs, 88 in Kerrville, 95 in Cotulla, 94 in Del Rio, 95 in Beeville, 92 in Gonzales, and 91 in Canyon Lake. Here's a look at the weather setup. It's quiet across Texas this morning. A different story from yesterday morning. Off to the east, we've got some rain in the Appalachian Mountains, and then up in Maine, that's the remnants of Lee. Unfortunately, high pressure is going to be taking control again in Texas, so it's not going to be all that hot. It is still going to be hot, but not as hot as triple digits. But unfortunately, with that high moving overhead, our rain chances, there's little to no chance for rain in the week ahead for us. Take a look at the forecast over the next several days. We will be in the low to mid 90s. Not all that bad temperature wise. We just need rain. Coming up, I've got a look at which areas did see rain yesterday. That compared to the drought monitor is something I'll show you coming up in the next half hour.
Thank you, Sarah.
Yeah.
Thanks, Sarah. Time now 6:18, 70 degrees.
The beer is flowing in Germany as Germans celebrate the official opening of Oktoberfest. Look at those beers.
It's always so impressive when you see them carrying like dozens of beers at a time and no one falls.
They train all year for this, Max.
Very impressive. We're going to check in with them after the break. And just like that, the 188th Oktoberfest has officially begun. Yesterday, the first day in Germany.
So impressive how he's carrying all of those. So for the next 18 days, visitors will enjoy beer, delicious food, traditional German music, and parades. Oktoberfest has typically drawn about 6 million visitors every year.
Now this year, a 1-liter mug costs, okay, I'm going to blame inflation on this one. A 1-liter mug, which is still a good amount of beer.
It's a lot of beer.
It costs between 12 to 15 euros or $13 to $16.
That's still probably cheaper than getting a beer like a Miller Lite at the Cowboys game with the special cup.
Yeah, Cowboys game, yeah, because AT&T Stadium is going to upcharge the heck out of you.
Those were very expensive.
Okay. You know, now I got to Google. We're going to come back with a comparison.
I think it's like $20.
No way. They're charging you $20
I don't know.
for
Maybe
a Miller Lite at the Cowboys
I don't know, but
game.
you get the special Cowboys cup. It's either
Jerry
$15.
Jones is out here just swimming in cash.
I can't remember if it was like 14. It's $14 to $20, somewhere around there.
Oh my goodness, it's theft. All right, time now 6:23, 70 degrees.
Adam Sandler, he's coming to San Antonio. We'll take a look at how you can get a chance to see him after the break. It's gonna be a very cool night around the Alamo City tonight. For $10, you can see, do you remember Soulja Boy?
Of course, I can do the dance.
Oh, okay. Mac's going to do the dance for us in just a bit.
Yeah.
Well, you can see Soulja Boy at Smoke, Texas downtown at 7, and Disney Channel's sister, Dua Alley.
No, they're a sister duo.
Oh, sister duo.
Yeah.
Not like Dua Lipa.
Not Dua Lipa. Not Dua Lipa. Allie and AJ, a little lesser of a show than Dua Lipa.
Got it. Well, they're going to be at Aztec Theater. Tickets start at $30.
Yeah, I don't think Dua Lipa's going to Aztec on a Sunday night. All right, Adam Sandler announcing a San Antonio stop on his stand-up comedy tour. So he's going to be at the AT&T Center on December 7th. Tickets are already on sale. Fellow actor friends usually join him for these shows, but no one has been announced yet. I'm a big fan of Rob Schneider, too.
I love Adam Sandler and his latest movie.
Yeah.
You're So Not Invited to, where his whole family.
Right, whole family's in there.
Such a cute movie.
Basketball fans, be aware, because when Adam Sandler goes on tour, he likes to play pickup basketball. So if you're out and about in the Alamo City, just keep your eyes open.
That day, you are going to be playing basketball.
I might have to.
Come out of retirement.
Yeah, he wears baggier shorts than me, so we'll see. Time now, just about 8:28, 70 degrees.
We'll be right back.
Good morning, welcome back. It is 6:30 this morning. It is Sunday, September 17th. Thank you so much for starting your Sunday with us.
Good morning.
So yesterday, did you make it out and about?
A little bit. I mean, if going to Sarah Spivey's house.
Nice. Just keep rubbing it in. I didn't get invited for those who are still with us.
One of our friends' baby showers. Like, you think you would have wanted to go to baby showers?
I think the invitation would have been appreciated. So how was it? Did you guys have fun?
It was fun. It was nice outside. Even though we spent most of the time inside.
It wasn't that bad in the shade, was it? No, with temperatures in the low 90s. And some folks did see some rain yesterday. We'll talk about that a little bit later. But outside right now, it's 70 degrees. It feels amazing out there. In fact, with the wind from the north, we're going to have some drier air filter in too, so it's going to feel great today, although a little hot. In fact, take a look at temperatures out there right now. It's only 64 in Bernie, 68 Rio Medina. Honestly, this morning's lows are the coolest we've been in San Antonio since June 7th. That is 102 days. So we're slowly inching toward those fall temperatures we like to feel. It's just going to be a hot one today after we warm up. This morning, though, temperatures will likely stay into the 70s until 10. By noon, though, it's going to quickly become warm, 87 degrees, and the afternoon high is going to be 93. So a warm day today, and in the week ahead, it's going to be warm too. And coming up, we'll take a look at which neighborhoods saw rain yesterday. Details ahead. Max.
Thank you, Sarah. A woman is dead after police found her in her car with 2 gunshot wounds to the back of her head. This happened a little after 9 last night at the intersection of Buena Vista Street and Panuco Street. SAPD says they found 2 cars involved in a crash. They initially thought one of the drivers left the scene, but instead found her laying face down in her car with 2 gunshot wounds to the back of her head and the car's headrest. So police have no information about the shooter. If you know anything, you are asked to call police.
Well, San Antonio driver currently under investigation for a DWI after hitting a motorcyclist. So this happened around 1:30 this morning. This is the intersection of Lock Hill Selma Road and Wurzbach Parkway. Police on the scene telling us a man was riding his motorcycle. He went to make a turn. That's when he was hit in the intersection, hit and killed. Now the driver was cooperating with the police as they investigate to see if he was intoxicated. Obviously, this is a developing story, and we do expect more updates, so stay with us on air and online as they become available.
San Antonio International Airport could soon see changes from infrastructure to flight additions. Avery Everett explains where the money could be coming from and the impact it will have on people traveling through.
A normal day at the San Antonio International Airport is usually a long day.
It winds up being a half a day traveling ordeal versus sometimes almost an entire day.
Roger and Rosemary Thompson are traveling back from Atlanta, but they first had to stop in Dallas.
Yes, we'd love to see more direct flights.
And it's something San Antonio business groups are advocating to change.
San Antonio is okay, but has a lot of room for improvement in direct flights.
Right now, San Antonio offers 40 direct flights with a nonstop to Philadelphia coming next summer. But the airport says they're hoping to add more soon.
It's an ever-evolving effort.
Just this week, City Council passed its $3.7 billion spending plan for fiscal year 2024. As KSAT reported, the airport system requested more funding for capital projects than last year. This in an effort to tackle new airport additions. It's a plan to draw in more passengers and eventually more direct flights.
The number of people that want to use this airport, this entire region is expanding.
San Antonio has its sights set on one specific flight, and that's to DCA, or the Ronald Reagan Washington National Airport. So why hasn't the 7th largest city secured this flight yet? Well, that's because Congress has to approve certain flights to that airport, and San Antonio hasn't yet made the cut.
San Antonio is really the gateway to South Texas.
Having more direct flight options just increases that economic activity.
Starting the expansion is step one. But to the Thompson family,
Even though it was not a direct flight, but it wasn't too bad.
Just hearing the idea gets their hopes up.
It comes down to maybe you get to half a day more to spend with your grandkids, and for grandparents, that means a lot to us.
Construction for the new terminal is set to start in 2024, with liftoff happening in 2028. For a breakdown of what that expansion could look like, you can head on over to KSAT.com. Avery Everett, KSAT 12 News.
Thank you, Avery. Pain at the pump, and it's not going away anytime soon. The White House deciding not to intervene as gas prices continue to rise. So senior aides met several times this week discussing policy options before deciding against any action. But officials say the Biden administration will continue to watch trends to see if prices come down. We're all going to be watching this trend, so thank you for that. Peak travel is done, hopefully, and experts predict prices will continue to rise throughout the fourth quarter of the year.
President Joe Biden plans to meet with Ukrainian President Zelensky next week. Officials familiar with the plans say the meeting will take place around the United Nations General Assembly meetings, either in New York or the White House. Biden and Zelensky are both scheduled to address the assembly on Tuesday. Zelensky is said to be looking for more support for Ukraine as it continues to wage a counteroffensive against Russia.
So it's a really interesting story about a drug that a lot of people know about but would never really understand the medicinal use. It's illegal right now, but a party drug could soon get FDA approval and help people who deal with PTSD. So MDMA, commonly known as ecstasy or Molly, they have proven effective in reducing symptoms of PTSD, but only combined with talk therapy. So all of this per a study published in Nature magazine. MDMA assisted therapy, it was actually granted in what was called a breakthrough status by FDA back in 2017. So getting that status, it allows the development of promising experimental drugs to be fast-tracked. The company behind the prescription version of the psychedelic, they're trying to convince regulators to officially legalize it.
New research shows Gen Z is struggling more compared to millennials at the same age. So a new report comes from Gallup and Walton Family Foundation. The study finds members of Gen Z are much less likely to describe their mental health as excellent. So according to the study, less than half of Gen Z Americans consider themselves mentally healthy, among the lowest across all generations. In the U.S. today, millennials of the same age were about at a 60% rate. However, the report says generational research is controversial.
Well, a new study shows that 1 in 4 people may undo the benefits of a healthy diet because they eat bad snacks. Yes, talking to you out there. Researchers at the European Journal of Nutrition, they analyzed snacking habits of 854 people, oddly specific for a study. And a quarter of the participants reportedly ate healthy main meals and then snacked on highly processed foods. Now, eating those types of snacks linked to obviously higher BMIs, other weight-related issues, and increase the risk of stroke and heart disease. So I guess if you are planning to eat healthy, try to avoid the snacks, the cookies, although those coming out of the oven look delicious.
The chips, those are the hard ones to say no to.
I will say.
You can't just have one.
No. I mean, who has one chip? What are you, a sociopath?
I know, but you also don't want to eat the whole bag. So it's like maybe get the small bags.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
it's almost like subconscious portion control.
But then it doesn't help if you open a second bag.
Don't get a second bag. I think we figured it out.
Okay, now to Dallas with a high school track star's race to recovery.
Beating the odds after almost losing the ability to walk, thanks to the warning signs he didn't ignore and his mom's quick response to get him to the hospital.
ABC's Mireya Villarreal spoke to him about his miraculous comeback. Take a look.
He has led purple since he was in the 4th grade.
Marquise Shorten is starting his freshman year at TCU in Fort Worth this fall, but his plan to run track for the Horned Frogs and help pay for school with scholarship money almost didn't happen.
I woke up at around 4:30ish. And I had like pain in my neck, and I like kept bending down, kept looking around, trying to see like what it was, trying to stretch it out, but it didn't end up going away. I woke back up probably 30 minutes later, and I was like, yeah, I can't do this. I'm gonna have to like go to the ER and like see what's really wrong. I started losing feeling in my legs, and like I couldn't really move them.
After texts and calls to his mom, Valerie, a nurse at Cook Children's Hospital, she knew something was wrong.
I knew something bigger was happening.
Doctors found a spinal epidural hematoma in Marquise's back, requiring immediate surgery.
How long did it take for him to ask you, when will I run again?
Almost immediately.
But just 6 months after his surgery, Marquise began training again. And 4 months after that, 18-year-old Marquise ran his first big track meet.
How fast did you run?
It was, I believe, 6'9" in the 60.
And if that wasn't enough, TCU offered him that scholarship to run track for them. A dream that could have died if Marquise had ignored the warning signs.
No matter what happens, you get to decide in the end how the story ends. Good or bad in the beginning, you get to decide how it will end.
That was ABC's Mireya Villarreal reporting.
That was awesome. Good
Very
for
cool
Marquise.
story.
Hey, good luck being a horned frog?
Yeah.
Got it. All right, time now, 6:41, 70 degrees. Well, as we told you yesterday, the unemployment rate in and around San Antonio, it has ticked up. To help break down the numbers, Adrian Lopez with Workforce Solutions Alamo set to join us live at 8 a.m. We're going to be talking jobs. We're going to compare San Antonio to the national economy, compare us to other cities. We're going to talk about the processes that you can use to find employment and changes to Workforce Solutions Alamo. If you have any questions, you can submit them right now. Just head to the leading essay section of KSAT.com. Then join us at 8 a.m. Good morning and welcome back. We're starting off with a live look out of the Alamo City. A cool 70 degrees, Sarah.
I know. The first
bust out your sweater.
No, but in all honesty, I know the first time we've been seeing temperatures this low in the morning since June 7th. So it's a sign that things are inching in the right direction, at least temperature-wise. Rain, though, it's another story. You know, yesterday we were watching that cluster of storms very carefully. Made it to New Braunfels area, but not here in San Antonio.
I had some dark clouds, and I live like on the northeast side, but then nothing happened.
It just fizzled out, and we knew that that was a possibility too, which is why we always talk about rain in the form of percentages. And there's a 40% chance yesterday, and 40% in the metro area saw rain just up near to New Braunfels, unfortunately for us. Okay, here's a look at the drought monitor, though, and you can see the exceptional drought from San Antonio to Fredericksburg to Austin out toward Bryan College Station. That's the area that is under the most intense form of drought. And then are you ready? Are you ready for the picture of the rainfall? Here you go. It's like right around San Antonio. A lot of areas yesterday got rain. Junction, Sonora, up toward Austin, Bryan College Station, out toward Houston. These areas are going to be benefiting from this rain. It definitely put a dent in the drought in some of those places. So at least the rain is helping some Texans, but not really us here in San Antonio. Again, we only really saw a little bit of rain out near New Braunfels, out toward areas closer to Karnes County and DeWitt County as well, near Cuero, but here in San Antonio it stayed dry, and it's going to stay dry today too. This is a look at the weather setup across the state. You can see much quieter as that area of rain has moved out. Rainfall, though, for areas along the Appalachian Mountains, and then we've got remnants of Lee out in Maine still producing some rain. But unfortunately, we're going to stay dry because this high pressure system is going to move overhead. Now, it's not going to necessarily get exceptionally hot outside. It's going to be warmer than average by a few degrees, but not all that bad. It's just that the potential rainfall through this week is going to stay in parts of Mexico and up in North Texas, where it's going to stay dry here in San Antonio. So no major rain chances for us, unfortunately. Anytime you see a 10% chance for a stray shower, that's mainly closer to the coast. That's the case today as well. But at least it feels nice outside this morning. It's 69 degrees in Uvalde, 68 in Hondo, 62 in Kerrville, 70 in San Antonio, and 74 in Del Rio. Here's a look at those morning lows up in the hill country. Again, 62 in Kerrville is really beautiful to see that cool of a number there on the map. 67 in Bulverde, 68 Rio Medina, still 70 degrees in San Antonio, but we may briefly dip down into the 60s here in just a bit. 69 in Converse, and we're going to have comfortable mornings the next couple of mornings, at least Monday and Tuesday. Our morning lows are likely going to dip down into the 60s again for the first time since early June. We'll see morning lows a little bit warmer than average by Wednesday through parts of Friday as well. It's also because we're seeing lower humidity in the next couple of days, and that's why the temperatures will be allowed to cool down to at least closer to seasonably average. Take a look at the forecast over the next 12 hours. Your KSAT 12-hour forecast: 74 at 8. It'll be 77 at 9, 79 at 10. So most of the morning will be in the 70s, but by 11 we'll be in the 80s, 87 degrees at noon, and in the afternoon we're going to be looking at a high right near 93 for the high this afternoon. So a little bit warmer than average, and we'll have winds from the northeast at about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Temperatures will likely stay in the 80s though in Boerne and Bulverde, 88 in Kerrville, it'll be 93 in Poteet, 94 in Floresville, 92 in Seguin, 93 in Hondo, and 91 in Utopia. So a quiet weather week ahead for us. Temperatures temperatures again going to be in the mid 90s generally, so not too bad. About 10 degrees cooler than the forecast was a week and a half ago, which again signs in a good direction there that things are starting to feel a little bit more like September out there. Although I do wish we could see more rain on that forecast.
Yeah.
If things change, we'll let you know.
Thank you, Sarah.
Thanks, Sarah. The time now just about 6:50, 70 degrees.
Okay. We've heard in San Antonio, bear pronounced as Bexar. So many,
funny.
and you can always
So
tell
funny.
when someone's not from here when they say Bexar. But what other cities are the most mispronounced? We'll test our knowledge after the break. Okay, Max, I know you're not from Texas, but you're pretty much Texan since you've been here long enough. So how confident are you about saying pronouncing Texas cities correctly?
1 to 10, I'd give it like a 5.9, only because I know our producer probably picked like the hardest ones.
Okay. Go for it.
Okay. So, okay.
All right, so I'll go ahead and take this for you.
All right.
I do the weather, if you can't tell. So we have
Since
to
when?
know our geography.
Sarah, before this, I'm going to be really good at this.
Outside of Pecos,
I would have messed that up too.
Stockton. Also, it's not Pecos, it's Pecos in
Pecos.
the locals or whatever. Okay, so it's A. Is it?
Let's try not to offend the entire
Balmorhea?
state here.
Is it Balmorhea or is it B? Balmorhea.
I'm going to go with A
thought it
because
was
you
B.
sounded much more confident.
Yep.
Okay.
Balmorhea.
So it's A.
Yeah.
And so you went with B.
Yeah, I went with B.
Okay. We're not off to a hot start.
All right. So next up,
Okay.
we've got, is it between
Oh, I know this
Fredericksburg and
one.
Lampasas, is it Llano or Llano?
I'm just going to
It
say.
should, if you're doing it in Spanish, it
Right.
should be one way.
There is
Yeah,
some
if you're doing it in
controversy
Spanish,
about a lot of these.
it's
There
A.
are.
It's like so. Funny story, a little anecdote. When I first got here, I called Blanco, and I immediately got all the emails, all the texts.
Well, the locals pronounce this Llano, but
Right.
if
Yes.
if we're speaking proper Spanish, it's Llano.
They also
Right.
have wine.
They do.
We talked
They
about
do.
it yesterday.
We did. We did. Okay, number 3. This city is near Waco in Corsicana. This one is
I know
one
this
that we
one.
drive by all the time.
I know this one.
Is it Mexia or is it Mejia?
B.
It is B, Mejia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I'm 3 for 3. I'm coming out hot.
All right.
Well, I knew it. I wanted to see what you
Okay,
were gonna say.
this last one is outside of Stephenville. Is it Desdemona or is it Desdemona?
Well, I'm going to say A because you said it.
Right.
I've never heard of
Well,
this
since
city.
Sarah Spivey allegedly does the weather, and she has told us she's very good at this game.
I'm really good at this game.
Pronounce A really well. I'm going to say A.
Yeah, okay, well, there we go.
Where is this?
I've got another one.
Where is this?
There's
Ooh.
also good ones.
Okay.
It's spelled I-R-A-A-N.
Hold on, I have to-
Okay.
A-A-N.
N.
How would you pronounce that?
It's like Iran.
Well, please inform us.
Where is this, by the way?
It is Iran.
Iran. You have to do 2 U's,
Iran.
Iran. We're going to get so many calls and emails
Yeah, we've
about
successfully offended everyone across
Right.
the
Where
great
is
state
this?
of Texas.
In West Texas.
Okay.
this. Where was the last one? The Desdemona?
I don't know.
Okay. We're doing great over here.
Please don't hate us.
Please don't.
6:56, 70 degrees.
You're doing great, sweetie.
Yeah, you're doing great. We'll be right back.
Alrighty, again, just a reminder that we are going to be looking at pretty warm temperatures. We're going to be in the mid-90s over the coming days, but at least it's not going to be in the triple digits. Today, even though it feels great outside right now, it's still going to get up to 93 degrees.
All right, so I got to ask. I'm needing to get a car wash for a while now, but the intermittent rain is kind of throwing me off. Am I good?
Yes.
Okay.
Go wash your car.
Oh, one of my neighbors was like power washing his car yesterday, and I was like, oh, I wouldn't do that, but then he was fine.
And even though I'm
Were you giving him advice? And
I know,
they were
I
like,
thought it, and I was like, oh, this guy didn't he doesn't know it's gonna rain. Well, he lucked out.
all right. Hey, you can look out watching us another hour at 8 o'clock.
See y'all at 9.
Live from KSAT 12, Good Morning San Antonio starts right now.
An attempted robbery turns deadly. What we're now learning and what San Antonio police are saying about the suspect.
San Antonio police also responding to a deadly car crash overnight, what they found inside one of those vehicles.
And taking a live look out at the Alamo City, the sun is up. The temps staying down, though. It says it's only 70 degrees out there. We're going to check with Sarah Spivey in just a few moments. But for now, good morning. It is 8 o'clock this Sunday. It is September 17th. Thank you so much for starting your morning with us.
Good morning.
We're going to be completely honest. I had a water bottle here on the table. And Sarah Costa just took it away.
It was weird.
I was called a hydration king yesterday.
Oh my God.
Oh, we're bringing the water bottle back.
Please.
See, there was nothing
I don't want to keep you from getting hydrated,
right?
Max.
How dare you? Although I will say, it's easier
you moved
to
my coffee cup.
No, I didn't. I think everyone here knows that we drink a lot of coffee.
You drink a lot of coffee, Sarah. That's why we are hyped up this morning.
And that cup of coffee tastes a little bit better out there this morning for many folks because it actually feels pretty nice outside this morning. Temperatures in the 60s in Bernie, 64 degrees, 66 in Bulverde, 68 in Helotes, those higher elevations just a touch cooler. It's 60 in Comfort, 62 in Kerrville, and 68 in Hondo. Here in San Antonio, we got down to 70 degrees, the coolest we have been in San Antonio since June 7th. Take a look at your forecast for the day ahead. 79 at 10, 87 at noon, 93 for the high. So it is going to still be a warm one, but humidity will be coming down with those winds from the north at 5 to 10 miles per hour. And that's what we'll talk about in the forecast. Low humidity today, warm but comfortable through Tuesday actually, and more nice mornings like the one we're seeing out there right now. It is, however, going to be a dry and warm week. I really don't see any rainmakers in the forecast. And we'll talk about how we're starting to count down to the annular solar eclipse. I'll show you what that's going to look like in the sky on October 14th and the path that it's going to cut right through the hill country and San Antonio. Max.
Thank you, Sarah. We now know one man is dead after getting into a fight with a San Antonio police officer.
This happened a little after 9 last night on Roosevelt Avenue at the restaurant Nicha's Comida. SAPD Chief McManus says the suspect tried to rob the restaurant with a knife. That's when several employees chased the suspect out of the restaurant, and that's when that confrontation began. So Chief McManus says the suspect, who was holding a large knife, confronted the officer, and the officer had to use, quote, deadly force. The suspect was then shot and killed. We do expect more information through the week, so just stay with us on air and online. A chase across county lines involving a murder suspect ended with gunfire at a Walmart. This happening on the city's northwest side. San Antonio police say the incident happened just before 9 last night in the 8300 block of Bandera. So initially, Bandera County was chasing a suspect who was wanted on a murder warrant. That turned into a chase coming into Bexar County. The suspect stopped their car at the Walmart and started firing with the Bandera officer. The suspect was shot by police and was taken to the hospital. This is a developing story. We'll bring you more updates as they become available.
And a woman dead after police found her in her vehicle with 2 gunshot wounds to the back of the head. Police investigating to see if this shooting is related to a crash. So this happened a little after 9 last night. This is Buena Vista Street. That's between Commerce and Northwest 24th, not too far from Our Lady of the Lake. San Antonio police tell us they found 2 vehicles involved in the crash. They initially thought the drivers had left the scene, but instead they found one of the drivers, that woman, lying face down in her car with 2 gunshot wounds to the back of the head and the car's headrest. If you have any information on what happened, if you saw anything, heard anything, you're asked to call police immediately.
Well, after months of high-profile buildup and a 2-week trial, Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton has been acquitted. Only 2 Republicans had voted to impeach Paxton. After the acquittal, the state Senate voted to dismiss 4 other articles of impeachment that were brought up by the House but not considered during the trial. So despite yesterday's ruling, Paxton still faces felony security fraud charges in a separate FBI investigation. So state Republicans and Democrats voiced their frustrations with the trial after it ended.
Millions of dollars were wasted because the House was on a mission without considering what it was going to take to get there. They set the objective and then filled in behind it.
Republicans of conscience need to have a real deliberation with themselves and understand what's truly happening within their own party, because what happened here today was an absolute travesty, an absolute abrogation of the truth, of justice.
And Governor Greg Abbott has remained relatively quiet over the course of this impeachment, but he ended up releasing a statement just a few hours after the final votes came in. So he said, quote, this is from Governor Greg Abbott, "The jury has spoken. Attorney General Ken Paxton received a fair trial as required by the Texas Constitution. I look forward to continuing to work with him to secure the border and protect Texas from federal overreach." Well, as we first told you yesterday, the unemployment rate here in and around San Antonio, it's ticked up, and September is Workforce Development Month.
To help break all this information down, Adrian Lopez, CEO of Workforce Solutions Alamo, joins us live for Leading SA this morning. Good morning, sir. Thank you so much for joining us.
Good morning. How are y'all?
Doing great. Thank you so much for starting your morning with us. We know that you're on a trip, so we do appreciate you taking the time. Love the background, by the way. So yesterday, we talked about the latest unemployment numbers. I believe it came in at 4.3% locally. That's ticked up. Why is that?
Yeah, it's a slight uptick from the 4.2 in the previous month. But all things considering, when you think about sort of what's happening in the state, so we're actually a little lower than the state unemployment rate. So the state is about 4.5%. So we're doing better. But when you look at sort of what's happening from the perspective of increases in the labor force, so for our case, we had about 40,000 people year over year that, actually, decided to go into the labor force. So we're adding, folks to the labor force. That tends to affect the unemployment rate just as well, because not everybody just sort of gets a job automatically the day that they decide to get into the labor force. But lastly, sort of this point about job growth, Texas has demonstrated over 30 months of increased job growth. So we're producing jobs at a faster rate than we can produce people. That's actually mirroring of what's happening within the region just as well. So it may seem like, a slight issue, but we're not too concerned at the moment.
What does the forecast look like, and how do we in San Antonio compare to other cities in the national numbers?
Yeah, so as I mentioned, we're doing fairly well. We're probably doing a little bit better than the Dallas-Fort Worth area, or kind of on par with what's going on there. A little lower than, or a little higher rather, than the Austin, Austin area. Probably doing better than the Gulf Coast, which is our friends in the Houston area. We're a little bit higher than the national, level, but as I mentioned, we're continuing to sort of fare better than Texas, and seeing, some continual job growth as well as an increase in the labor force.
So September is Workforce Development Month. Why is that important? And for those who may not understand, what is workforce development, and what does it have to do with our economy?
Yeah, absolutely. So, happy Workforce Development Month. Workforce is extremely key to the local economy, right, and to the national economy. If you look at, one of the headlines today, what's happening with the auto workers strike, with the big three, automakers here in the U.S., that really sort of highlights the importance of a balance between sort of what happens with economic development, business development, and workforce, right? Those things to actually churn together, or to work well together, continues to churn the economy, right? It produces new jobs, definitely has, an impact on the overall sort of economy. And so Workforce Development Month offers the opportunity for us to recognize all the efforts associated with what happens within the ecosystem, what happens in the K through 12, what happens in Alamo colleges, for example, or college district or universities, also with our local nonprofits that all produce some level of, pipeline to feed, the jobs and the needs that are needed in our local employers.
And because you brought up the worker strike for the big three American auto workers, how could a strike like that, how could that impact our labor force here locally?
Well, when we have, major manufacturers like Navistar, Caterpillar, Holcat, Toyota, those are probably going to potentially benefit from the fact that there's something going on negatively in other parts of the country, right? We've had we all experienced sort of kind of this issue with supply chain issues over the last few years, right? And in some instances, it was difficult for people to find a brand new car, right? Because of all of those issues. What with Toyota and others continuing to, operate, they potentially have an economic advantage over some of those other companies that have strikes.
Okay, so for anyone watching that might be needing a job, looking for a job, what is the best way for them to find a job, and maybe like what areas are doing really well that have a lot of jobs open right now?
Yeah, if you notice the background here, we have some banners associated with the industries that we're supporting: construction, aerospace, oil and gas, manufacturing, and others. They continue to produce jobs, tons of jobs, and one of the things that's really quite fascinating about our work here at Workforce Solutions Alamo is that if you don't have the skill set, if you don't have the education, it doesn't necessarily mean that you don't have real opportunity to get into one of these good paying jobs in these industries that we support. So for anybody looking for an opportunity, we would invite them to go to our website at workforcesolutionsAlamo.org or to call our helpline at 210-224-4357.
All right, Adrian Lopez, thank you so much for starting your morning with us. We really appreciate your time. Anyone who missed any part of that interview, you can watch the whole thing in its entirety on KSAT.com. Time now, 8:11, 71 degrees.
Still ahead, a new massive Hollywood production studio gets the okay in the Hill Country. They're going to be breaking ground soon, so more about Hill Country Studios.
Plus, this is an awesome story. An activist for Mexican Americans during the time of segregation, how her legacy is being remembered in a very special way. San
Antonio resident's face is now on the side of a quarter. So Jovita Idar was an activist fighting for Mexican Americans during a time of segregation. More people can now learn about her legacy now that the U.S. Mint and Smithsonian made her part of the American Women's Quarter program, so making her the first Tejana featured on U.S. currency. So she was born in Laredo in 1885 and spent the second half of her life on San Antonio's west side. So she was a journalist, an activist, a suffragist, and advocated for the rights of Mexican Americans.
She talked about everything: the lynchings, the discrimination that was going on, the school segregation, the unfairness of the social structure of that time period. Very courageous for the time.
Absolutely. Today there will be a musical celebration of her life at Market Square from noon to 4. We have more information on her legacy and more events and happenings on Hispanic Heritage Month, also on KSAT.com.
That is an awesome story. And for anyone who wants to go out to Market Square to celebrate, it feels like it's going to be a perfect day to do it.
It's going to be a great day. Now, it is going to be a little warm, right? It's not going to be cool outside, but humidity will be coming down.
Well, what's our new cool,
I was
Sarah?
going to say, it's cooler compared to that 107 number.
It's true. It's true. Temperatures will be in the 90s, low 90s for the high. So that's not all that bad. But hey, we are starting to count down the days to the annular solar eclipse on October 14th. So that is just 27 days away. The path of an annular solar eclipse will move through San Antonio and the Hill Country. Now, an annular solar eclipse is when the moon moves in front of the sun. This is the way it looks. That moon moves in front of the sun, but it appears a little smaller than the sun. And so a ring of fire, yes, cue that Johnny Cash song, it starts to form in the sky. So we're going to see that again on October 14th, Saturday. The path of the annular eclipse will first cut through Midland, Odessa, making it to the Hill Country in San Antonio by about 11:50 in the morning on Saturday, October 14th. As it'll move through areas like Kerrville, Utopia, Uvalde, Hondo, Bandera, Devine, Pearsall, Seguin, and New Braunfels are going to be on the edge of the path, and then it'll be moving through Beeville and to Corpus Christi and eventually the Gulf of Mexico by the early afternoon there on October 14th. Let's hope for clear skies. You know, October is one of those months where we oftentimes get clouds in the morning. And again, that would be happening right around 11:50. So it's possible to see some clouds. More on that right now on KSAT.com. All you got to go do is look up KSAT and eclipse, and you can see the times of the eclipse right through your neighborhood. 71 degrees outside right now. It feels amazing out there. Just a little humid, but temperatures are in the low 60s in parts of the hill country. It's 64 in Rock Springs, 62 in Kerrville, low 70s south of San Antonio. As we zoom in a little bit closer, it's 73 at Stinson, 73 in Castroville, 71 in Gonzales, 69 in Helotes, 64 in Bernie, and only 60 degrees in Comfort. But a quick warm up in store for us today. At least we're not going to be in the triple digits. By 10, 79 degrees. So spending the morning in the 70s here. By noon, 87. Already going to be pretty toasty in the early afternoon in the low 90s, and then 93 for the high. If you step outside, it feels good because it's right near 70 degrees, but it also feels a little humid. The humidity will be coming down a little later in the afternoon, so when we're the hottest, it'll feel comfortable outside with low humidity, especially if you can find some shade. All right, here's a look at forecast highs in neighborhoods around South Central Texas today. 94 in Del Rio, 95 in Cotulla, 91 in Canyon Lake, only 88 in Kerrville, and 86 in Rock Springs. Again, higher elevations, touch cooler. Let's take a look at the weather setup. Unlike yesterday, it's quiet across Texas. Yesterday morning, we were dealing with some areas of rain. There are areas of rain out to the east as the remnants of Lee continue to push on off to the north and to the east. But unfortunately for us here in San Antonio, high pressure is going to be moving in overhead in the coming days, and so our rain chances are practically a little to no chance for rain in the coming days. Anywhere you see that 10% chance, that's mainly for coastal showers. So looking at the forecast highs this week in the low to mid 90s. Here's some more good news. Tomorrow morning and Tuesday morning, we may dip down briefly into the 60s in San Antonio. So if you're an early riser like we are, you'll be able to enjoy a little bit of a cooler start to your day tomorrow and Tuesday. Coming up in the forecast, yeah, some areas got rain yesterday, not San Antonio, but some areas did. I'll show you which neighborhoods in the KSAT 12 viewing area saw some good rain yesterday.
Thank you, Sarah.
Thank you. Time now 8:20, 72 degrees.
San Antonio Airport could soon be seeing more money for infrastructure changes and flight additions still ahead. Where that money could come from and the impact it'll have. We'll be right back.
All right, there's a lot trending right now on KSAT.com. Here's one of the ones that jumped out to me. It is said to be one of the largest film studios in the country, and get this, it is breaking ground in San Marcos early next year. Hill Country Studios has secured zoning, even annexation approvals from the city of San Marcos. I'll call this according to the Austin Business Journal. So, studios coming to Texas.
That's awesome. So the studio's website describes the project as an 800,000 square foot studio facility that will sit on 200 acres of breathtaking hill country.
Oh, we got to throw the good adjectives in there.
There we go. Studio officials expect there will be 12 sound stages, 4 workshops, and more than 200,000 square feet of production office space at this new location.
I don't want to go to the Kendra Scott stories for a second.
Okay.
So if you're a studio, why wouldn't you want to come to Texas? We have the land. It's cheaper to buy it here.
No taxes.
No taxes. It is not cheap to make movies. Why not cut costs moving to a state that lets you do it for a cheaper way?
More Californians coming to Texas to do business? Shocked.
Fair. Definitely fair. All right. Now to Kendra Scott.
Okay, so Kendra Scott, it's coming to Target. So the announcement was made this week. It'll be long-term with an exclusive collection dropping in stores and online on October 22nd.
Okay. I'm not really.
You know what Kendra Scott is.
I know what it is,
yeah.
and I'm very impressed. Texas homegrown company. Love it. Collection will include, oh, this is pretty cool, more than 200 items. We got earrings, necklaces, rings, ring dishes. I didn't know that was a thing. Jewelry storage, all starting at just $15. The majority will be under $40. Target says the collection will be refreshed multiple times a year. Are you a Kendra Scott person?
I'm not, but because I've always thought, oh, I can buy jewelry that looks similar for way cheaper, because I thought it was always very
$15 to $40 seems pretty affordable.
So, and I love Target. Target gets me every time. You go in for toilet paper, cat food, and Prosecco, and you come out with $80 of jewelry.
I have a question. You don't have
essentials.
You don't have a cat.
No.
Why are you buying cat food?
Okay, I have like kind of cats. They can.
I don't know what. Time now is 8:26, 72 degrees.
Swear, Judge, I'm not a cat.
Let's take a live look out at the Alamo City. It is a gorgeous start. I think we're a little loopy because we're happy we're not seeing triple digits out there.
Absolutely.
We're going to check in with Sarah Spivey for your full forecast in just a few moments. Good morning and welcome back. I'm Max Massey.
I'm Sarah Costa. It's Sunday, September 17th. Football Sunday.
It is Football Sunday. It has been quite a weekend for football. I got to say, we started Friday night, obviously, Friday Night Lights, but UTSA played Friday night, and yesterday, college football. Today, Sarah Spivey, we got NFL action.
We do. And it is going to be a good day to utilize that back patio if you have one, because temperatures are going to be warm. It's going to be in the 90s, but the humidity will be coming down in the afternoon. It's 71 degrees outside right now. It actually feels great outdoors. If you can just briefly maybe have your coffee outside or go for a walk, take advantage of it. In fact, this morning, here's a look at this morning's lows. Temperatures are a little up from this now, but actually in San Antonio, we got down into the 60s for the first time since early June, since June 7th to be exact. That's 102 days, the coolest we've been. Signs that the seasons are changing, even though it's still hot in the afternoons. It was 63 in Bernie, 61 in Kerrville, 66 in Bulverde, and 68 in Rio Medina. Now, as I mentioned, it's still going to be a warm one today, though. We'll be getting up to 87 by noon, so quick warm up under mostly sunny skies. And then in the afternoon, a few more clouds and 93 for the high, partly cloudy skies for us. Coming up in the forecast, I'll show you where the rain fell yesterday, and we'll talk a little bit about the pretty warm week ahead. Those details coming up. Sarah, Max.
Sarah, thank you. A San Antonio driver is currently under investigation for a DWI after hitting a motorcyclist with his car. So this happened at about 1:30 this morning at the intersection of Lock Hill Selma and Warsbach Parkway. San Antonio police say a man riding his motorcycle was making a turn when a driver hit and killed him. That driver is cooperating with police. An investigation is underway to see if the driver was intoxicated while driving. So this is a developing story. We'll give you more updates on air and online.
San Antonio police tell us an 18-year-old was shot while in his own home. All of this in the aftermath of a drive-by shooting. So this happened just before 4 a.m. today. Police found several shell casings on the street. That victim was shot in the arm. He was taken to the hospital. He is expected to be okay, but right now police still investigating, trying to figure out who exactly pulled the trigger, why, and if they can find them. And speaking of shootings, we have a big update to that shooting we first told you about on Wednesday that ended with one man shot and killed on the city's west side. We now know the identity thanks to the Bexar County Medical Examiner. 30-year-old Juan Garcia died from a gunshot wound to the chest. Now, this happened just before 11 p.m. This is the 100 block of San Nicolas Walk. That's near South Hamilton Avenue. Police say the victim was fighting with someone else. Witnesses say they heard multiple gunshots, then saw a man running away. At last check, still no arrests have been made in connection with the shooting.
A man has been arrested and charged with murder and aggravated assault with a weapon causing serious bodily injury in Seguin. So after an argument with his brother turned deadly, police in Seguin say 22-year-old Travell Simmons allegedly stabbed his brother following an argument. Police in Seguin responded to the 1100 block of Clark Drive, where they found the 26-year-old Terry Simmons with multiple stab wounds. Terry was transported to a hospital here in San Antonio, where he later died from his injuries. Travell Simmons is taken into custody and is being held at the Guadalupe County Jail.
And police investigating after a man showed up to a Westside Baptist emergency room with a gunshot wound. Now that man, the victim, telling police he was on South Navidad Street. That's when he heard a gunshot and realized that he was the one who was shot. He was shot in the leg. The victim started knocking on doors looking for help. Eventually, a woman saw him struggling, took him to the hospital. Police say they are still investigating, but there's not much to go on in terms of a suspect.
San Antonio police and Crime Stoppers are asking for your help in finding a person responsible for a deadly hit and run back on July 1st. This happened in the 1500 block of North Main Avenue. 38-year-old Raimundo Solis was walking across Main Avenue when he was struck by a driver in a gray or silver 2018 or 2022 Honda Accord. Solis died at the hospital. The driver will be charged with failure to stop and render in resulting in death when caught. If you have any information, you are asked to contact Crime Stoppers. That number on the bottom of your screen right there, 210-224-STOP.
Well, San Antonio International Airport could soon see big changes from their infrastructure to flight additions. So
our Avery Everett explains where the money could be coming from and the impact it will have on people traveling through.
A normal day at the San Antonio International Airport is usually a long day.
It winds up being a half a day traveling ordeal versus sometimes almost an entire day.
Roger and Rosemary Thompson are traveling back from Atlanta, but they first had to stop in Dallas.
Yes, we'd love to see more direct flights.
And it's something San Antonio business groups are advocating to change.
San Antonio is okay, but has a lot of room for improvement in direct flights.
Right now, San Antonio offers 40 direct flights with a nonstop to Philadelphia coming next summer. But the airport says they're hoping to add more soon.
It's an ever-evolving effort.
Just this week, City Council passed its $3.7 billion spending plan for fiscal year 2024. As KSAT reported, the airport system requested more funding for capital projects than last year. This in an effort to tackle new airport additions. It's a plan to draw in more passengers and eventually more direct flights.
The number of people that want to use this airport, this entire region is expanding.
San Antonio has its sights set on one specific flight, and that's to DCA, or the Ronald Reagan Washington National Airport. So why hasn't the 7th largest city secured this flight yet? Well, that's because Congress has to approve certain flights to that airport, and San Antonio hasn't yet made the cut.
San Antonio is really the gateway to South Texas.
Having more direct flight options just increases that economic activity.
Starting the expansion is step one. But to the Thompson family,
even though it was not a direct flight, but it wasn't too bad.
Just hearing the idea gets their hopes up.
It comes down to maybe you get a half a day more to spend with your grandkids, and for grandparents, that means a lot to us.
Construction for the new terminal is set to start in 2024, with liftoff happening in 2028. For a breakdown of what that expansion could look like, you can head on over to KSAT.com. Avery Everett, KSAT 12 News.
Well, Los Angeles County Sheriff's deputy found shot and unconscious in his patrol car yesterday. Now, the Sheriff's Department says the 30-year-old deputy was in his uniform on duty when he was shot. He was then pronounced dead at the hospital. Now, LA Sheriff Robert Luna says it appears to have been a targeted shooting. So far, investigators are still investigating, but no suspect has been apprehended.
The U.S. Drug Enforcement Administration has released thermal video footage of the moment law enforcement spotted Pennsylvania prison escapee. So 34-year-old convicted murderer Danilo Cavalcante evaded capture for 2 weeks after breaking out of the prison. There's a lot of national coverage of this. This footage was shot Tuesday night. Kind of hard to see there. It shows the moment, however, that he was spotted because of his body heat. He first appeared as a small white spot that you can kind of see on your screen there and moves around to capture a clearer view of a human figure. You can see it more right there. He's now held in maximum security facility in Montgomery County, Pennsylvania.
And in Southern Illinois, about 30 inmates, some of them felons, back on the streets after they were released Friday ahead of a new Illinois state law ending cash bail. That law is set to begin tomorrow. So in June, Illinois became the first state in the nation to eliminate cash bail for most offenses. Another 30 inmates are set to be released today. They've all been issued court dates with notices to appear.
It's NFL Sunday, so we're talking about the safety of artificial turf following Aaron Rodgers' injury.
That's right.
Got a lot of attention. Many expect that will keep him sidelined for the season.
He tore an Achilles, just like both of us did. I know.
Full rupture.
Full rupture, so it'll be interesting to see the timeline. As ABC's Jacqueline Lee shows us, artificial grass, well, it's really not popular amongst a lot of NFL players.
This morning, the debate over artificial turf's place in the NFL is heating up following what appears to be Aaron Rodgers' season-ending Achilles injury. But now, some are blaming his injury on the use of artificial turf, fueling calls by some players and their union to switch fields to natural grass. NFL Players Association Executive Director Lloyd Howell saying in a statement, moving all stadium fields to high-quality natural grass surfaces is the easiest decision the NFL can make. The players overwhelmingly prefer it, and the data is clear that grass is simply safer than artificial turf. NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell speaking out on the issue in an interview with ESPN.
We want to go on what's the best from an injury standpoint to prevent the injuries, to give our players the best possible surface to play on.
A letter sent in April by the Players Association President J.C. Tretter highlights data he says show injury rates on synthetic surfaces were higher than on natural surfaces for 6 consecutive years. But the NFL found a different conclusion from the same study, arguing the injury rate was virtually the same in 2021 for both turf and grass.
These are the type of things that the National Football League and the Players Association are going to have to figure out. They're going to have to talk it out. They're going to have meetings. And this is something that's not going to go away.
Many players now echoing the Players Association's call for a move to grass surfaces.
Yeah, I think it's pretty simple. The numbers say that grass is healthier for the players, and so I want to play on the best surface that will keep me healthy.
The position I play, I would prefer grass any day.
Eli Manning, who spent his career at MetLife, the same stadium as the Jets, taking a different stance.
I think the turf, it gives you a reliable field all the time.
Jacqueline Lee, ABC News, New York.
Okay, so this morning you sent me
a
tweet about how
it's an innovative surgery that Aaron Rodgers is undergoing. It's called the Speed Bridge, and it essentially connects it faster than what you had gotten because you got Achilles surgery.
Yeah, but my Achilles was ruptured lower.
Right,
his was where
higher.
Yours was higher by the calf. We need to call our doctor
I know. So
and ask him about.
The idea is that there's cautious optimism that he could return if the Jets make the playoffs
By
and go on a long playoff run.
I think there's no way.
I think
way.
it's a moot point because I don't think the Jets are going that far in the playoffs anyway.
Well, the Jets played the Cowboys today, so we'll see.
Yeah. Time now, 8:42, 73 degrees.
73 degrees already warming up. Sarah Spivey will have our forecast when we come back.
Good morning, welcome back, and happy Sunday. All right, 74 degrees.
Yeah.
It just feels so good to even say that.
I know, and just a couple hours ago, we were actually in the 60s in San Antonio. So yeah, we got down to our coolest morning since early June, and the only thing that could be better is a little bit of rain, but the rain went all around San Antonio yesterday. I know, here's a look at the drought monitor. You don't need to be reminded that we need rain. There's very little to no soil moisture out there. We've got exceptional drought from Kerrville down to San Antonio, up toward Austin, New Braunfels, and Bryan College Station. And what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to show you yesterday's rainfall. Okay, I'm going to step off so you can see this. Boop, right around San Antonio. Literally, we saw showers and storms up into the hill country, even around New Braunfels. But the heaviest and the healthiest of the rain did fall near to Austin area. Just a little bit closer to San Antonio. You can see that New Braunfels got a little rain. Also, Wilson County closer to Sutherland Springs and into parts of Karnes and DeWitt counties as well. Unfortunately, though, rain is not going to be something that's really in our forecast over the next several days. It's quiet across the state of Texas right now. Any rain is across the Appalachian Mountains, and the remnants of Lee are pushing off into the northern Atlantic. We, however, are going to be seeing a high pressure system move over Texas. Now, over the summer, when we showed this high, that meant very, very hot conditions. The good news is we're not going to be too hot. We're still going to be hot with highs in the low to mid 90s, but I do not anticipate us getting into the triple digits. The bad news is high means dry. And as you look at the potential rainfall through Friday, it will be staying dry in south central Texas and San Antonio. There will be some rain for Mexico, and there will be some rain for parts of northern Texas, but not for us here in San Antonio. So when we look at rain chances over the next few days, the best we can do is perhaps a coastal shower or storm. That's what the 10% chance is for there. Otherwise, it is going to be a dry week. I hope you were able to enjoy this morning. It's still 60s. It's still in the 60s in the hill country. 66 in Kerrville, 68 in Rock Springs, 71 in New Braunfels, 75 in Del Rio, still 68 degrees in Hondo. And you can see as we get a little closer to San Antonio here, the higher elevations just a smidge cooler. Bulverde at 68 degrees. degrees right now. All in all, a nice morning. And if you get up early in the morning, tomorrow morning and Tuesday morning is going to be great too. Temperatures should dip down into the 60s, close to the average of 69 degrees. So a nice start tomorrow and Tuesday. Our morning lows will be a little bit muggier by Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday of this upcoming week. So looking at your KSAT 12-hour forecast, mostly sunny through most of the day. By noon, it'll be 87. Winds are going to be from the northeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour. That's going to allow for our humidity to come down. So even when we're at 93 degrees this afternoon for the high, it'll feel pretty nice because of the lower humidity. And again, that 10% chance mainly for some coastal showers there. Otherwise, it's going to be a pleasant evening. Temperatures falling into the 70s by about 10 o'clock. Looking at the forecast highs in neighborhoods today, 89 in Bernie. So some folks up in Bernie, Bulverde, Helotes likely going to stay just below 90 degrees today. 94 at Stinson, 92 in Seguin, 93 in Devine, and 92 out in Uvalde. Take a look at your 7-day forecast. Again, not optimistic when it comes to the rainfall, but at least those highs are going to be pretty manageable in the low to mid 90s this week.
You know, that's our cool front.
Yeah, honestly, it went from 105 plus to 95. That's a 10-degree drop.
Makes a difference. Thanks, Sarah.
Thank you, Sarah. Time now just about 8:50, 74 degrees.
Before we head to break, let's take a look at some events happening today. The San Antonio Botanical Garden inviting you to join them to experience a live concert performed by William Beckman from 7 to 10 o'clock tonight. The artist brings sounds from vintage country, Latin Americana music. Right now, tickets are on sale on their website for $40.
And some more music, a free concert hosted by the King William Association, also happening today. The Dirty River Jazz Band playing at the Home Beautify San Antonio Park. Now that is located 801 South Main. That's between Johnson and Sheridan Street. Starts at 5:30, ends at 6:30, so be there on time. Make sure to bring friends, family, and you can listen to some traditional jazz.
And if you're going to an urgent care or emergency room, can be a crucial decision to make for your health, time, and money. So coming up tomorrow in GMSA, KSAT producer Haley Powers explains where you should go get certain health issues treated.
Welcome back. The 10th annual Head for the Cure 5K and Walk is next weekend, and this is an event near and dear to our hearts here at KSAT. It's held all in honor of our late news director, Jim Boyle. He passed away after battling brain cancer. The Head for the Cure 5K and Walk next Saturday, September 23rd. Of course, it begins at 8 a.m. at Providence Catholic High School, right on at North St. Mary Street, just across from our KSAT 12 studios. Right now, participants can receive $5 off the registration fee. We have a very creative promo code. It's KSAT. You enter it in, you get $5 off.
Easy to remember. Okay, KSAT Community is partnering with the San Antonio Food Bank to help squash hunger during Hunger Action Month this September. So join us for a KSAT Community Town Hall this Friday, September 22nd, where we'll be speaking with leaders from the food bank and learn how you can give back. We will live stream the town hall, ksat.com, from 2:30 to 3:30.
75 degrees outside right now. Take a look at the forecast over the next few days. Not too hot, highs in the low to mid 90s. And in fact, tomorrow morning and Tuesday morning, it's going to feel great outside with temperatures dipping down into the 60s with low humidity. That's about it. All we have to really look forward to in the forecast is the comfortable mornings the next couple of mornings and the fact that highs are not going to be in the triple digits. There is no major chance for rain over the next several days. Still waiting for that big ring to help us out with the drought, and nothing in the near future for us, unfortunately.
Okay, before we go, Cowboys play, I think, at 3:25 today. Cowboys or Jets?
It's Cowboys.
Cowboys.
The Cowboys are going to win probably because, the Jets are all up in the air with their offensive line and stuff.
And Aaron Rodgers, has the same situation we dealt with. Yeah. Fun stuff. All right. Thank you so much for starting your Sunday with us. Have a great rest of your day.
Go Cowboys.